Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Living La Dolce Vita. And again today, you find me down the allotment. So you'll have seen a bit of time lapse and a bit of real time footage of me faffing about with the doing some digging here. And you may be thinking, oh, I thought you did the no dig system. Well, I do. Anyway, so as you can probably see, I've dug a shallow trench about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, and I've piled them up on the beds here because I had a bit of a light bulb moment yesterday because I was getting a bit cheesed off with the wood chips encroaching into the beds, and I thought, oh well, how can I sort that out? But of course it's mainly the jackdaws are coming down, rooting around, and of course they're scattering it everywhere, and cats are going in here as well. So then I thought, well hang on, if I make the beds higher than the paths slightly, then the tendency will be for the path to stay in place rather than spread out of the bed. Anyway, that's the theory. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. So the next job for me to do is to line this now with cardboard and then fill up with wood chips. And then that's another bed ready for planting. Not quite sure I'm going to plant on that yet, but we'll see. Okay, so I'll get a bit of time lapse now of me putting the wood chips down. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. So, a bit more time lapse. Whew. It's got the old blood circulating for a change. And yeah, a bit more time lapse with the digging the paths out and filling with wood chips. I'm hoping this will work. As I say, so the idea is that these beds will be slightly mounded. I'll level these off a bit at some point. Now then, obviously I've dug a shallow trench, lined it with cardboard, pre-soaked it with water to, excuse me, and then the old wood chips on top. Looks neat at the moment. It won't be neat later on, I suppose, but there we are. Now then, what I'm going to have to do is, as I'm working my way down, digging sorting these beds out, I'll have a wheelbarrow, and then I've been putting the majority on the bed, but then there's still a little bit left over, of soil that is. So I'm going to put that in a wheelbarrow and start topping these up with it to raise these up. Otherwise, the only other option is to dig all this out again and dig it down and put on top. And I don't really want to do that. So I wish I'd came to that conclusion earlier. It would just save me a lot of bother. Never mind. So, now, I don't know if you've ever heard of the hugel culture method. Basically, you get a raised bed, or you dig a pit, or whatever you want to call it, and you fill it full of logs and brushwood and all that sort of stuff, and then you fill it back in with soil, etc. And the idea being that as the wood breaks down, it releases nutrients into the soil, which plants can make use of. But I think the wood is well below the topsoil, because wood breaking down obviously takes out nitrogen. So I think the topsoil on top of the wood has to be a minimum depth. Otherwise plants just won't thrive. Anyway, I'm burbling it a bit, but basically what I'm doing is with these paths, there's bits of quite big twig. So as I've come across them, I lay them down at the bottom, put the wood chips on top. So again, they will rot down over time, and microbes and worms and all sorts will travel back and forth through this medium, transporting it back and forth, and should help improve the soil. That's the theory. Right, so as I say, I'm working my way slowly down, so that's that for today. Now then, what I'm going to do next is just show you now. Okay, so obviously I've put these posts in, and the distance between them is such that these cross members will, I'm going to screw them to these uprights, and that will stop, when I tighten up the wires, that should stop them being pulled in off the vertical. I'm not going to do that today though. I'm just going to I'm just going to screw these to the uprights, and then I'll leave it at that for now. And then these will obviously will bend down, and I'll try and get them to go on a wire that's as close to irrelevant, to try not to put too much strain on these and risk them snapping. So that one may go there, I would imagine. This one will go down, this one will go below that one, and then that one below that one again, and of course there's one down the bottom here. So it will develop like this one. So yeah. Right, that's enough of that now. So I'll put a bit of time lapse to show me fixing this up, and go from there. Bye for now. Unfortunately, I didn't press the record button, so I don't think that has come up on the film. Anyway, so all I've done is screw these in through the vertical on the post. I was going to put them on the side, but I'm just going to screw it from the top. Now, problem I got here, first of all, I forgot my saw. I was going to obviously cut a half on there and there, and because I wanted some of these ends are going rotten, so I wanted to just chop them off. So I'm just going to not today now, I'll do it another day. I'll bring a saw over, just cut through, and then hopefully that will sit down, and then I can screw that last one there to that post. Right, so next thing will be to rewire all this. I think I've got some more of these eyes. Need to go on this side. What do they actually? I wonder if I've got enough wire. I can just come around the back or the side, just hook onto these, save me messing about. Yeah, I might do that. It's only to support the branches, and I have to redo that anyway because that wire is not particularly strong enough. Anyway, we'll see. So I think I'll call it a day today. So the wind has dropped right off now, and it's starting to chill down a bit now. My solar is doing well today. It's actually, I was at one point exporting over 1 kilowatt of power into the grid. Lucky devils. This is why I think I need to get a second battery, because on a day like this, you know, that'll be a big help for me. Right, I'll do. Bye for now.